This is Sudden Impact.
With a little over 2 weeks until TNA's Slammiversary event, the current card has 7 matches on it already, most having been built up over the past couple of weeks and months. So in this episode, I will discuss the matches that are currently on the card and also some matches that I think should be added to the card to make it an epic night. Hello, everyone. I'm John, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA wrestling. So without further ado, let's get started. So we start off with the first match that is shown on TNA's website on the Slammiversary event page. This being the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship match between the champions of the Elegance brand going up against the newly returned Inspiration. So this match has been built up since the Aussie duo returned to the company at Against All Odds earlier this year, with Cassie, as in Cassie Lee, even mentioning it in a backstage interview during the Against All Odds event. So this has been built up in backstage segments, including an incident at the most recent Pittsburgh tapings. Now, I won't go into it, but if you haven't seen this week's episode of Impact, I suggest you do that because it'll show you what happened in that incident. So this has been built up by all of the wrestlers and should be a way that actually makes the Knockouts Tag Team Championships actually seem like they've been given some attention and actually not an afterthought for TNA wrestling. Now, this is just my opinion, but I do feel that TNA has considered these belts as much of an afterthought, even though they've been back in the company for a couple of years now. But this is the most attention that they've got recently.
Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free, and it helps me produce more content like this. Go ahead and do it so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. And now, back to the show.
So the next few matches do contain a couple of spoilers from last Thursday's episode of Impact. So skip ahead to the next timestamp in the description. Otherwise, I'll just discuss the matches on this one now. So this is a singles match that is between the Knockouts, Tessa Blanchard, and Indy Hartwell. These two Knockouts consider themselves to be the next challenger for Marsha Slamowitz's World Championship. So with Indy Hartwell having been released from WWE earlier this year, she's looking to go out there and prove to herself and anyone of her doubters that she's still got it, and she never lost it anyway. So this is quite an important match for her on her behalf. And she has also said that in her first TNA appearance that she's signed with TNA to become the Knockouts champion. This has also been mirrored by Tessa Blanchard since she returned last year at Final Resolution to attack Jordan Grace, and which led to the two having a match at the Genesis pay-per-view earlier this year, and also which led to an unsuccessful challenge for the World Championship later on. Now, Blanchard's goal has been to get her hands on the championship by any means necessary, This is including even siding with NXT assistant GM Robert Stone and going against TNA with the hopes that Stone would name her the number one contender. However, with Stone now gone from TNA, at least for the moment, Blanchard has to earn the right to be the number one contender. So this match should be an exciting one with a lot of feeling and a lot of the crowd cheering for Indy Hartwell and just giving Tessa Blanchard their 2 cents of what they think of her. So this next match between the two wrestlers, and it's basically a rivalry that's carried over from a different company. So the wrestlers being Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander, who previously battled on 205 Live for the reincarnated WWE Cruiserweight Championship. So Alexander recently debuted on TNA programming a couple of weeks ago to make the save for John Schuyler in his call to arms match that he was having against the leader of Order 4, Mustafa Ali, and was also having been revealed as the person that Tasha Steelz had been calling on the phone in the weeks and months leading up to that match happening. So the match was announced, and it's basically going to be like a shot at redemption for Mustafa Ali. And it should be a very heated match. Would be a lot of feeling in this match as well, and personal rivalries. And this next match sees the Knockouts World Champion, Marsha Slamovich, challenge the NXT Women's Champion, who will either be the current champion, JC Jane, or a very familiar face for both TNA and Slamovich herself, Jordan Grace, in a winner-takes-all match. So this would actually pose an interesting situation where it could be that a TNA wrestler could actually win a WWE championship. Now, this, to my knowledge, would be the first time that this has ever been done, and having a non-WWE wrestler actually win a WWE championship. So it could be quite history-making. The match that is the next one was the first match that was announced for the Slammiversary event, and it is the X Division match between the champion Moose, representing the system, and he's defending his championship against the young and up-and-coming English sensation, Leon Slater. Now, Slater is looking to become the youngest X Division champion and is the very reason that this division still exists. I mean, some of the things he is able to do is just amazing. This match gives the definition of the X Division not being about weight limits like the cruiserweight divisions in WWE and WCW were, but rather a style of wrestling that just throws caution to the wind. Of course, the tagline being over the years, it's not about weight limits, it's no limits. So Moose has defended his championship successfully for over 250 days. This making him the second longest champion in X Division history after Austin Aries. So he's defended his championship by rather using distraction and interference caused by his teammates from the system. So it's not clean victories, and it makes him seem like he needs to rely on his teammates' interference or distractions to actually get the victory and successfully retain the championship. My views on that were discussed in the previous video that I made earlier. So, will Slater become the youngest champion, or will Moose continue his reign? Now, this tag team championship 4-way ladder match is the next one that I'm going to discuss. This one features the champions Nick Nemeth and Mokuba Kaiba if you know, you know, Ryan Nemeth, of course, defending the championships against the team who are legends of both tag team wrestling and the ladder match, basically being the reason why the ladder match is such a popular match now, being the Hardys, Matt and Jeff. They would be competing against the Rascals of Zachary Wentz and possibly Myron Reed, who would be filling in for the injured Trey Miguel. And First Class is AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. Now, this match should be awesome, as all ladder matches generally are, with high-flying action and the added danger that always comes with ladder matches. Now, the final match that has been announced for the moment for Slammiversary should be the main event, and it is for the TNA World Championship, which will be defended in a three-way match between the champion of NXT's Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, who is using his rematch clause to get this match, and Mike Santana, who was also recently added to this match after just being the standout wrestler for this first half of the year. Now, personally, I feel that NXT has treated Williams' winning and subsequent defenses of the TNA World Championship with the correct urgency and from the TNA wrestlers, and that none of them were happy that the championship is being currently around the waist of a non-TNA wrestler. So hopefully this means that Santana and Hendry will work together to take out Williams early in the match, and so just making it a one-on-one match, so that it'll definitely come back to TNA hands. Now, this match hasn't been announced for Slammiversary, but I think it will soon, given the way it is being built up. Now, this match is the International Championship, so this is going to be, I think it's going to be another three-way match, unless there's someone else who gets added into the mix. Current competitors, I think that would be in this match, of course, the champion Steve Macklin, newly returned Jake Something, and Matt Warner. So hopefully TNA will announce this match either during the week, either before the Impact episode, or actually on Impact, giving the wrestlers enough time to actually build and hype the match up themselves. Also, another match that I would love to see on the Slammiversary card, and given the WWE partnership and both of these wrestlers' history and currently being available at this stage, AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre should have a match, just an exhibition match. Given their history with the company, AJ Styles being a TNA original and just basically being Mr. TNA, and one of the main reasons why TNA is so popular and is still around at this point in time, and then all the stuff that Drew McIntyre, or Drew Galloway, when he was in TNA wrestling, he just took that world championship and actually made it into a world championship by taking it around to different companies around the world and just defending it. He was like a man possessed. So if this match was to be announced by TNA, it could possibly set an attendance record for the company, given the popularity and drawing power of both wrestlers, and would be a great way for WWE to return the favor for them having used Joe Hendry in a match at WrestleMania. So let me know if you guys are excited for the Slammiversary pay-per-view and any of the matches that you would want to see on this card. That's all for this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below and ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Also, catch this episode wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.